Good morning. I just had to find where to turn the music off, stop it playing. Sorry about that. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful, sunshiny Sunday. Sunday is the 10th of January here in very sunny Port Elliot, South Australia. So wherever you are, I hope you are enjoying whatever you're doing, and we're about to get in and start our card spread reading. Good morning, Shaz, and she's a long way away at the moment. She's actually staying with me, and we've had a lovely girlfriend type afternoon, evening yesterday, and sharing some more time this morning. So it's wonderful to have visitors, isn't it, sometimes? We've got Wendy here. Good morning, Wendy. Oh, I like that smiling look that the 2021's creating on your avatar there. And good morning, Trina. Lovely to see you here. And we've got Tracy. Lovely to see you here. And Deb, good morning. So you are the lucky 5 at the moment who are commenting. And I know there are others watching. So welcome to you all. Just going to, we'll get to the cards, because what I've done this morning is just slightly different. I thought, well, I'd create something that is, I have no idea whether it's a spread from somewhere in a book somewhere. I don't know. I just decided as I put the cards down, it would be in whatever shape it came up as, and it's in a H. Oh, I can't, even in that short space of time from when I first introduced, brought you all here, introduced you type of thing, I can't remember. What was the sometimes in reference to there, Shaz? Sometimes staying, yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. Get to the reading. We've got AH, and what it is doing for us in the respects of how I'm going to actually read it and how it's going to give us that guidance, I actually haven't got any idea at the moment. What I'm looking at, it certainly is, there is the bear that is the holding between. And that was the first line that I placed, was the fish, the bear, and the stars. So it actually came up. Oh, that's a good one. Yes, H for happy. Look, it was just, in whatever way it actually fell into place. And as I was looking at it, even just before coming on, doing the live, that the actual turn the cameras on and stuff like that, I actually felt masculine, feminine, that it did feel like we've got that balance that is connected, and the hemispheres of the brain, the right, left brain factor, so that we actually have that connection in the physiology, as well as what we get in that emotional archetype, inner beingness with that masculine, feminine balance. So, and it is a good line of the 3 cards there. Absolutely, Shaz. I felt that as soon as I saw the fish go down, because I love living near the water. I do like going fishing. Don't do it often enough, and that's only for the sustenance of food, and but also just to appreciate the magnificence of what is our, well, you might call it creation, but what is Mother Earth? What is, and we have all co-created it all together, the whole world, from our physical oceans out through into the cosmos. It's what those thoughts bring into existence. And that goes into the quantum physics side of things. So we actually do have a great deal in just these 7 cards, and connected in that central space by the bear. So, as far, it's the abundance, it's all that is magnificent. You look at and see some of those beautiful shows that I suppose mostly David Attenborough's the most famous for, with the cinematography, the videography, and all the rest, and his gorgeous voice, and how he explains our natural wonders of the world. How magnificent, how diverse, how interconnected and necessary each and every part of everything is, honestly. So we've got from the ocean waters to the icy realms on our earth, ocean waters as well, out to that cosmic, to the stars. so we can dream forward into anything that is possible, because we still don't know what the full expanse of it is, really. When we start to investigate what the universe has there, they're creating those bigger telescopes all the time, and the little rocket, not, the investigative rockets and things like that, satellites that move further out and clutter our space even now with junk. I'm disgusted at that, but anyway, that's just my opinion. All that is our Earth. And what we've got here is, I'm going to read this as if it is a masculine and a feminine that is tied together, so that we've actually got our more physical aspects of how we align our body with what is, and the thoughts of what is, because these feel a very physical and more, here we have a labyrinth that you can actually see on the ground in the way that these hedges have been grown in this picture. It's just that there is the physical. There we see the physical fish. We know that they're there in the oceans. Here we have a compass that we can hold in our hand to actually line up and find our direction. And I think that's where, when we ground ourselves in what is the physical and actually plant, almost like planting our feet, but placing our feet on the earth, to get that connection of what is the reality, what is mass, what is physical, find our direction and hold that direction for today, so that we are going in a pathway that is purposeful, I suppose, but it can be just for pure enjoyment too. So if your purpose is to have a wonderful family day today and enjoy your day fully, playing games, creating a maze of your own type of, game, so that you can actually enjoy and have all of that wonderful energy and abundance around, because sometimes our riches is not just money. It is the time we spend with others in our family, and how we actually move our own direction, towards those goals, instead of just trying. The word that just came into my mind was shirking. Sometimes we shirk what is our responsibility in finding that pathway, because we feel overwhelmed, I suppose, with that responsibility. Good morning, Sharon. How are you going this morning? Wonderful to see you here. So as we sort of link that through, we have that. So that feels like more the masculine, that feminine, the strength, because, it's grounded. We know that the oceans, that the fullness of what the oceans are is steadily, unfortunately, getting more polluted. But hopefully, like, we need to have that focus and moving forward on cleaning things up too. And here we have that more feminine. Now, when we write words, the letter is about communication. The stars really is about our dreams and where we want to put some focus on when we notice one particular star or another, or very close to it. And it is that, sometimes we notice those that are further back because they just have that particular sparkle. It's not always the biggest and best. Okay. So from the letter with the stars and with what is the birds, and birds being about the communication, but these are the owls, it's the wisdom, it's all of that that is more in depth of what we're needing to actually be looking into when we communicate, how we communicate, the words that we use. Because in general, most of what our communication is in written, how we read and all that, about how we speak and how we act. Like, it is the whole embodiment of who we are, the body language, the actions we put into place in how we behave, how we show ourselves, how we actually just are. And it feels, so I suppose it's a little bit more of that esoteric. And when you see the star here, because that is the more feminine side, like it's the sun and the stars, or the sun and the moon, and the moon, it's all in that cosmic realm, and in its that subjective understand from a deeper level type of card, as far as that. What are you? It's a bit more of that without reach, reaching. But we can do that. It's that looking out for the possibilities. As I said before, all sorts of possibilities and potentials in the stars. We just need to discover them for ourselves. And when we do, even if we're writing in our own journal, not necessarily writing a letter to someone, it's bringing in that inner look, that subjective, that, that the more feminine energies. That's what I'm feeling with that. So as we're connecting the two, we really do need, it probably almost does need to have even the diagonals, like that read as a sequence as well, because we've got the direction of what are we working towards, and we're needing to actually bring into that those wise choices that we're wanting to use, follow, put our focus on, because that is going, the star is going to help us bring the focus on it, but the actual putting into action, with that wisdom as part of it, putting it into action in that work mode, getting things done so that we are actually progressing, because the bear is about progression and working towards that. And, finding our pathway, actually having that. I like that it was the compass in connection, in that column with the labyrinth, because it's actually untangling some of what might be confusion, working it towards actually putting it in paper sometimes, in words and writing, and that type of how we do for ourselves. It's like unraveling or finding that pathway and actually helping to clarify by writing down the words and thoughts around what we're wanting in our day. So this is what today is, pretty much, is a lot of abundance in, it feels like wonderful happy times, because our direction is going to be towards what you're actually wanting. For it feels just so much like the pleasure of family for me, what it's saying here, in whatever context your family is. In this more masculine, it feels like the garden and parks, and you're going for a swim if it's hot enough and you're in a safe place, a safe beach, etc., to go for a swim. You don't know what you might find there. And coming forward with further understanding of that more gentler, feminine, inner knowing side of what we're about today. So hopefully that all of that's going to give you a bit more of the clarity for your day, just as a general guidance. It's not something that this isn't it's set in concrete and this is what your day is going to be. Tune into what is your own messages from this set of cards. Just have a re-look at it yourself, just to where in that H, the happy, if it feels to you that it's a happy, if it's just connecting those hemispheres of the brain, instead of having the like a monkey mind type thing and everything going all the time in there, just allow it to just come into its own alignment, and for the hemispheres to bridge. Be the masculine, feminine balance that we all, because we all have those influences in our lives. It's both. So connect in with that. Love what you do. Love what you're doing, because really my emphasis is the love through this year. So, well, it always is, but it's a word. One of those questions, if you chose one word for the year, what would it be? And it was just instantly, for me, it was just love. So if I harp on about it, well, that's probably because that's the why, but I might forget about it too, and it's just being that. So thank you, Deb, for that, for being here, and Wendy, thank you very much as well. So I love doing these. Thank you for being here, because it's you who make it what it is as well, and joining in with the comments. Thank you. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. I can't remember when I scheduled it for. I scheduled these before. I've got an email to say I'm going to be doing my second volunteering day at the Encounter Centre. I'm in the kitchen. It starts at 8:30. I need to be there. So I probably won't be doing this. Either I will be a pre-recorded tomorrow morning at 8, or it is scheduled earlier. I can't remember which one I've done. So at some point, you may or may not get me live tomorrow morning at 7:30 or 8. I can't remember. So keep an eye on it. and I'll catch up with you in some form tomorrow. So keep being the best you that you can be. And I am still available at any point in time for the reading. So just have a look on those to book a reading with me when you need. And I think that was all at the moment. So I haven't started it's a Lenormand thing, the exploring Lenormand cards. I do that on a Sunday night. Haven't restarted those for the year yet. So keep an eye out on that too for that. Okay, well, bye for now and namaste.